Alright folks, today we're diving into another real Scottish classic, stewed sausages. Now if you're Scottish, you've definitely had this before. You probably grew up on it. And if you're not, well, you're about to find out why this dish is such a favourite in Scotland. It's easy, hearty, and perfect for a cold night, much like the tatty soup I made a few weeks back. I'll put a link to that in the video. Get it? Link? But before we get started, here's the big question. Link sausage or square sausage? Or both? I'm going for both today. I've got some square sausage left in the freezer from a few months back. Actually, I made a video about it. Here's a link to it. Now, the link sausage. Well, I'll tell you what, it's no easy finding decent bangers here in America, but thankfully I found a German store nearby that makes some really nice British bangers, and that's what we're using today. Here's what we're working with. 6 pork link sausages. Again, I'm using British bangers made by a German butcher. 4 square sausages, made by myself. 2 onions, chopped. 2 carrots, sliced. 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs. 1 cube of beef stock dissolved in a litre of water. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And we'll finish it off with some bistro gravy granules to get that gravy just right. Well, maybe you guys will finish it off with some bistro gravy granules, but I'm using the closest alternative I can find here in the land of plenty. Nothing fancy here, just classic ingredients, the kind you probably already have in your kitchen. First things first, let's get these onions and carrots softened up. Into the pan they go with a bit of oil and a teaspoon of mixed herbs. We'll just heat them on medium until they start to soften and release their sugars. This is where the flavours really start to come together. In Scotland we love simple, hearty ingredients, and these two are the backbone of so many dishes. Growing up in one of the smallest, remotest villages in Scotland, we didn't get a lot of sunshine, but we did have plenty of root vegetables. My grandpa grew what he could, so root vegetables were always a staple in our meals. Now, for the main event, the sausages. I'm using both links and square sausage today, because, well, why not? There's no bad sausage in my book. Into the pan they go. Let me know in the comments, are you team links, team square, or like me, do you go for both? Growing up we didn't have stores in the village. We had wee vans that would come around once a week. Tuesday was the day the butcher's van arrived from the bigger town. That was my grand's opportunity to get any cuts of meat for the week. You never knew what you'd get, so you had to make it last. Now, we're going to add the beef stock and a good tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. This is where the magic happens, letting all those lovely flavours soak into the sausages and veg. We'll let this simmer on medium heat for about 45 minutes, checking every 15 minutes. This is where the dish really works its magic, slow cooking to bring out all those rich, hearty flavours. Right, we're almost done here. After about 45 minutes, you'll drain off a bit of the liquid and whisk in some bistro gravy granules if you have it, to thicken it up. Now this is where you've got options. Some people really like the gravy thin, but in my house we like it thick enough to really stick to your ribs and coat your arteries. Give it all a good stir and ready to serve. I always pair this with a big helpful of mashed potato. You just can't beat it, especially on a cold night. And there you have it folks, classic Scottish comfort food. Stewed sausages are one of those dishes that just feels like home. Whether you're a links or a square sausage fan, it's all good. Let me know in the comments how you make yours, and if you've got a secret ingredient, share it. I'd love to hear it. Oh, and before you go, don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe if you're enjoying these recipes. I promised my family I'd buy them ice cream when I hit 200 subscribers. Right, I'm off to tuck into this before it gets cold. Cheers.